Last time on Morbius. Elden Ring.
How was that green lit? Oh, okay. We're here. What's going on? Read message. Didn't expect death. You can talk? He can talk?
I can sing.
Tarnished. Thou art but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
And now he's gone.
No more talk.
No one may become Elden Lord. Will fail just like he did.
I'm going to take the fact that we spoke to his body and watched him pass as the hard confirm that he's not jumping into another body. Right? He jumps into bodies, you see them, and once he's left them, and that corpse that speaks to you seems to be a like, nope, that's him.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to all the other fake deaths from before.
Okay. A little close-up.
No horns.
Clean.
So whatever his omen state was, we're not really seeing it on him now. He just looks rather decrepit and dead.
Advanced decomposition, or
But yeah, that's I think that's the thing is, you know, you always walk up to the body and you see something else, and this time around it's like, here's your hard confirm, I guess, that you got him for real this time. No one may become Elden Lord, he says.
and then
Right above that entranceway is the sign, the tree, and then the above. Which is interesting, because you can literally see, like, sigil, logo of the game, logo of the Elden Ring, Erd tree, above that, and, like,
there's more.
roots reaching up from beyond. Space? Cosmos? Stars? Like, whatever that is, you know? Glint, stone, greater will. What's above the tree?
Yeah,
Symbolically, thematically, right? But sigil of the ring, very detailed Erd tree, something above it.
Something above.
Yeah, I mean, in hierarchy, we know that there's the ring, the tree, and we know there's a greater will. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were playing with that kind of imagery. Yeah, and there's stuff going on to the left and right of the top of the tree there too. But anyway, not to get too much. But there's a detailed carving. There's stuff going on there.
Embedded inside the Erd tree bark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then remembrance of the Omen King. Though born one of the graceless Omen, Morgoth took it upon himself to become the Erd Tree's protector. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless, love it he did.
That's a writer sentence right there. That is written by someone who loves the craft of writing. He loved not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless, love it he did.
Graceless
Omen are graceless. And the phrasing, though born one of the graceless omen, seems to indicate that, like, you wouldn't expect it of them. But nonetheless, even though he should not have or would not be expected to, he took it upon himself to become the Erdtree's protector.
Yeah. Even though he had no calling whatsoever.
So, Gideon said that Morgoth was the king of Leyndell, and I guess being Omen didn't stop him from advancing to that position. Again, still thinking about that sword in the grave in the ground about Margit killing the heroes, you know. But and then of course the idea that, like, Margit's not, you know, it's like, yeah, call me the Woos brain, you know. Like, just not really doing a lot to, it's like, okay, so my hidden name is actually just my same name with an accent, you know. And I guess I got to kind of thinking, and like, I'm like, so, like, in his intro he walks down and then he calls out all the names, right? All the names of the demigods and Godwyn as well, right? So, I mean, who's included, and it's like, I mean, there's a lot of thoughts, but it's like, for one thing, I guess I'm like, does every demigod have two names? You know, maybe not every one of them, but a lot of them certainly do, right? If we're going off of the Revelaton from last time and just thinking about that, a lot of people have two names in this game. Be they fake names, real names, you know. Whether Rani is Rena, and it's like, if Rena is just supposed to be an abbreviation of Renala of sorts, you know, or some sort of, it's weird, but like there seems to be a lot of like two name things going on with the demigods, you know. And yeah, you just throw another one on the list right there. And I mean, you know, I guess you can technically count Godwyn as having two names if he's also the Prince of Death, right? True. He's not just the Golden.
All these titles, yeah.
So, yeah, like, we'll just keep an eye out on whether that's going to continue to be a thing. I mean, shit. Also theorizing the bit with Mikella and Trina. That's a two name right there.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, maybe doesn't necessarily apply for what we know of Radon and Millennia, you know. But in any case, though, something else to I think is just, hold on. So, there's let's just move through these things. When basically it was so what it was there's the trophy auto recordings, and like one of them was when I was hitting killing Morgott, showed Melina, which is awfully close to Millennia, you know. Anyway, no, but Melina, she's using the dagger. And it was, I believe it's the one that like shoots out, it shoots out little projectiles, and I think they're like either holy projectiles. I don't think they were blood based, but it was she's definitely using one of a dagger that we had picked up. Yeah, it definitely looked like a holy version of the Black Knife attack where the blood comes out.
Okay, yeah.
Thing, you know. Anyway.
And then Morgoth's great rune, the great rune of the Shardbearer Morgoth, devoid of any benediction. Seek the divine tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the great bridge from Lanedale's eastern ward.
Gonna have to take that over to the place
Okay.
now that we can do it.
And then the rolled medallion, conjoined split medallion depicting the flame peak. Brandishing the medallion activates the grand lift of Rold, connecting Lanedale to the mountaintops of the giants. The forge of the flame of ruin is said to be found upon their peaks, and it is here Melina wishes to travel in resuming your journey together.
Yep. So finally we can get to that loading screen with the big frozen giant thing. We can get those answers.
The Castle Sol stuff
Yeah.
and everything.
So walking back around, I did some rooftop cleanup.
Okay.
I jumped off the roof and got to that purple item that was beneath the spear, as well as a bunch of other stuff that was like lying around. All of them stone sword keys.
Oh my god.
All of them
Okay.
stone sword keys and just upgrade material. So, yeah, not a ton. However, after enough beatings of the Doots, one of them dropped their horn. So, we got our Doot.
Envoy's Horn. Golden Horn of the Oracle Envoys. Profoundly weighty, its blows are sure to be felt. Originally an instrument, but one that cannot be sounded by a mere human. Or perhaps it is too early to sound the call. The skill is Oracular Bubble. Blow on the horn to release a magic bubble. The bubble floats gently through the air towards its target.
I don't have enough faith, so when I do, it just goes...
Oh my god, that's weak. You have to do the Doot yourself?
Maybe, but not quite a vuvuzela.
I see. Too wide.
Cannot be sounded by a mere human, or perhaps it's too early to sound the call. Are they in advanced stages of transformation? That's an interesting sentence.
They have a really long neck.
Yeah, right. They seem to be all weirded out. We're not sure what's going on with those duders. But like, if you're still human, you're too soon. You need to become something else. So, yeah. And again, their bodies don't lie around, so you can't really get a good look with them while they're dead. You got to do it while they're alive and they're bundled up. I just happened to be looking through modifying stuff with Bach, and I noticed that the mask of like silence for those who served Renala is identical to Saluvis. He just put a hat on it.
Oh.
It's literally just a mask of the silent servants with a hat. So, you know, it's not even like he was a unique he was fully unique in his equipment and gear as well, right? So yeah, he just, if we're going off of the theory, like Pedia just took one of the carrion servants outfits and just like shoved some some fancy robes on it and called it a day. Interesting. So, walking back down, remember the stone dragon?
Yeah.
I went along the left side of the stone dragon, and I got to an area where there's some more stuff I didn't pick up, and a well with a ladder. The other side of the sewers was where we were before, where we could have theoretically turned and would have seen this. So basically, I missed a hallway where these butterflies were leading towards this shot of a purple item over here.
Oh! The door that can be open. Real rusty.
Old shit. Slight lighting change. Not as drastic as, certain other games. Music change too.
Okay. Where's this leading us?
Under the Capitol?
Liar ahead. Going deep. Dung City. Okay. Oh, this is very dark.
Very. So I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that we might find the body we're looking for down here.
Of course, there will be rats. That's a high jump.
That's a very high jump. We've seen higher.
Yeah. Rats, they got vert. Poison bone dart. And another door. Dusty. Subterranean
Shunning grounds.
Another area under Lanedale.
Yes.
All right.
Zone discovered.
And on the other side,
Purple item through the gates.
you don't have the right.
Don't have the right.
Okay, we'll get there.
Zone
Yeah,
discovered under. Like,
Sure.
walking down there, it's like, okay, room with a body in it? Possibly. Giant texts for, like, no, you're here.
This is a zone.
All right.
It's big.
Noted. So we put that one on the corkboard. I went back to the teleporter where we first got to the capital, to the Grace where we first got to the capital, and the giant was there, and this teleporter was there and it was active, and I don't remember that being active the last time we got there.
Okay.
Do you?
I can't recall really.
I don't remember that being active the last time. So, returning, made a note, that thing's on.
More teleporters. Okay.
Went over to Saluvis' body.
Uh-huh.
When you do interact with it,
It does say puppet.
its name is Puppet.
Yeah.
Just getting that hard
All
confirmed.
right. Thank you very much.
Back down
At the bottom.
of
Where-
Stormvale.
Yes. And that plot stain is still
That's
there.
death through death animation.
Yes, that is.
That's when it sticks out at you.
Now we know what it's about.
That's the floating of it is exactly what happens when you die from death state.
So look at that face.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it was just a face, and then it was one of the roots extended all the way out here, but there was more than one face on the body that we saw. So it's horrifying. Anyway, wanted to just get a visual reminder of that, plus the animation of it, and fully resembling what we'd expect. And so that is what we got.
All right. Boom. A new game.
Let's take a look at some of the stuff that we can now recontextualize since it's been a minute. You got the Felly Lou right there.
Uh-huh.
So the shit that I dig is actually starting class armor. I didn't even know that. I didn't even realize that the outfit I love is starting armor, as well as this cool set, which we saw earlier. Yeah. So I mean, fuck me. If I don't find anything that looks better, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But yeah, we got this as well. All the sets, so we can take a look at them now with a little bit more context. And either way, what I really want to do is take a look at some of those, let's say, origins.
Okay.
And once we do that, we can actually watch the intro cutscene again
Okay.
and get some context.
So yeah, walk us through your thoughts.
Okay. Doesn't mention specifically a location here.
Okay, nomad warrior, a stalwart hero.
Badlands Chieftain, clearly from the place that Nefeli comes from.
Yeah. A dangerous bandit who strikes weak points. A scholar who reads fate in the stars. Heir to the school of glintstone sorcery.
Absolutely the academy. Not dressed like usual academy nerds, though. Interestingly, you're dressed differently, much differently.
A seer ostracized for inauspicious prophecies, well versed in healing incantations.
Big resemblance to Corin, as well as the dudes who have the shackles around their necks, right?
A capable fighter from the distant land of
Reeds.
Reed.
Mm-hmm.
A prisoner bound in an iron mask, studied in glintstone sorcery, having lived among the elite prior to sentencing.
Yeah, we were. That's what we went with. Prisoner class.
Prisoner studied in glintstone sorcery.
Lived among the elite. Like,
was he doing some bad kind of?
That's what I'm like. Basically, was it the Selen style? Like, hey, stop studying that shit, right? Because at first you'd think because elite could be carrions as well, but like they're not glintstoners, you know. The glintstoners are getting high, getting high, like space high, you know, beyond the stratosphere with it,
flying.
And I think it's possible that like the prisoner class that we started as is one that was, you know, was punished due to getting a little too close to what Selen was researching. Church spy, adept at covert operations, equally adept with sword, as they are with incantations.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward. Gonna be repping that order till the day they die.
And the wretch, poor purposeless sod, naked as they were born.
Right. Nice club is all they have. Okay. And then as for your not body type, but your let's see, detailed appearance, skin color. No, which one was it?
Not sure.
One of these, I want to say, had a second set of specific lore bits. Not body type, not age, not origin, not keepsake. Base template. There we go. Common face among the tarnished. After all, they were all warriors once. Face of an austere pilgrim. There are many roads to the truth. Regal face found among those who claim to be a noble blood in the lands between.
Okay, big hair.
We found a lot of aristocrat bodies as we went on our way. Found among the proud and seclusive tribe folk who are well versed in the ancient legends and heresies alike. That sounds like the ancient shit. What are they called? The ancient with the horns from Nokron.
Oh, the Nox? No,
not the Nox.
Ancestral.
Exactly. The ancestors. Yes. That sounds like that. Face found among the hardy people of the unforgiving north. Some say they're descended from giants.
All right.
Next destination on the map. Face of one who wanders in search of their home in the lands between. Straightforward. Faraway isolated land of reeds. The samurai. Stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short.
Draconian, onyx, maybe. Or...
Yeah, so like if we're like, is it like this is the result of when, say, like a dragon like Lanayax becomes in a human form and then like mates with a human?
Oh,
do you get a draconian?
Maybe.
If we know the dragons can take on a human form, it doesn't seem out of the realm of plausibility given that description.
All right, Scalies. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Creatures
Night
known as the Night Folk, few in number, said to bleed silver long ago. Could be as simple as like those from the Undercity, you know. Face of the Newman, supposed descendants of denizens of another world, long lived but seldom born. So we have the Newman runes that we picked up, and the Newman, according to your item notes, were literally those who came from outside the lines between, right? And from
America's people.
From the outer gods. From potentially space. Potentially. So that's some wild shit. Long lived, seldom born. Sounds like an Empyrean. Or a demigod. No?
Guess we'll have to see.
Okay. Let's just get to
that cutscene.
Does a girl require a name? All
How are you gonna call her?
Doesn't matter.
The click?
Bile.
Bile. Alright.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
That is absolutely a braid, like the one going around Marika.
The great Elden Ring was shattered.
Absolutely.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
They're showing you the person who done it. Didn't even. So here we go. Rewatch, get some context.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives,
Multiple of those assassins.
the Golden
That's the knife,
was first to perish.
The Black Knife?
as depicted.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
Red on the ground. Red hair on the ground.
Uh-huh.
The mad
Moog.
taint of their newfound
Michaela?
strength triggered the shattering.
Is that Rykard? With the snake?
It's, right, it would have to be if we don't know him yet, right? Haven't seen it yet, but that's a snake. Serpent, Rykard.
War from which no lord arose.
Malenia?
Radagon.
War
Radon.
leading
Radon, excuse
to
me.
abandonment by the greater will.
What a beast.
And the little horse, whose name is apparently Leonard. Arise now, Leonard!
Yet live.
Statue.
The call of long lost grace speaks to us all.
Who are the tarnished?
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands,
With Beast is a tarnished.
Rosh?
ever brilliant gold mask,
Is a tarnished.
On the floor.
the deathbed companion,
Is a tarnished.
the loathsome dung eater. and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
With Grace right on top of him. In that shot, looking like he's coming back from the dead.
In a coffin.
Did a companion help? Did Grace just do it? Was he already dead? Either way.
And one other, whom Grace would again bless.
Yeah, no, Grace is bringing you back. Grace is bringing them all back.
Tarnished of no renown.
You're dead. The guidance of Grace picks you back up.
Fall to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring.
We start outside the lands between.
And become the Elden Lord.
And then enter.
True.
We're coming from outside.
True. Yeah, save all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, they were all...
They show you so much, and you just learn later. So just like watching the intro to DS1 late, and you go, oh fuck,
It's all there.
we already have enough context to identify the things we haven't even seen yet. Snake coming out of a head? Yeah, probably.
Might be, yeah.
Probably, right? Okay, let me get my let me just delete the second save there.
Delete the right one.
The cloud will save me. Right? Delete. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Man, okay.
Right?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Once it starts listing them straight off, right? Because, yeah, here, let's just go in. Let's just go in for a second.
Give us our full attention.
Because, is it still processing? Sometimes it takes a second. Uh-oh.
Come on. Shimon.
Uh-oh.
Big freeze.
Big freeze.
Damn, son.
Big freeze. Ah. Burp.
The snowy crown.
Well, shit.
Phrasing the title.
Why you gotta do it like this? Completely and utterly? No saving it?
Wow.
The controller's still active, but the software is gone.
Big
Okay.
freeze.
Well, the video's definitely fucked. So,
Oh, man.
all right, be right back. Sorry, man.
Apologies.
So, the cost of digging through the lore, like I said, is very high. The console's trying to shut us down, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna piece this shit together.
From the beginning.
So yeah,
Go back a little bit. Let's just see this again.
There's one person wearing a dress with a ponytail. And there's someone else. Yeah. There's someone else.
Radagon is Marika?
Of course. So, step one, we break the ring. Is the process of shattering the ring, because there's the shattering of the ring, and then there's the shattering, as in like the war that took place afterwards, right? You know, but like, is this action what causes the flip? And then after the shattering occurs, all the demigods get their piece. The war begins. No one wins. No one ascends the throne. And at that point, Radagon, no, and maybe not necessarily. I would say would join and, you know, do what we read about. Not Radagon. We read about Radagon joining the war, right? At some point in the stuff you were reading last time. And one of the item descriptions left when Godfrey was getting fucked up, right? Left Renala. Godfrey was losing, and became Marika's second husband.
Yeah, I forget which description that was exactly.
Well, in any case, that was what it said, right? Also, emphasis on the word second husband, right? Because, like, the god lineage.
Yeah, we don't know what happened before that, huh?
We don't, but if there are other demigods that are not the ones that came from the R's, if the gods are, you know, if the god family, the G family is a lineage as well, then like, if it says that Marika's second husband was Radagon, which, you know, whatever with that sentence, then her first must have been probably the founder, right? It would likely be Godfrey, maybe, right? If Godfrey was the top of the G line, possibly, right?
Maybe.
But the G family of demigods had to come from somewhere.
From
right?
where? Yeah.
So, yeah. The second husband line is a specific one that, you know, might be about that. So, everybody's half brothers and sisters.
When we restored Godric's great rune, it said that the first demigods were the Elden Lord Godfrey and his offspring, the Golden Lineage.
Yeah. Godfrey and the Golden Lineage, right? And this says Marika's offspring are the demigods as well. And when Morgoth was going down the list of chairs, Godwyn's name was on that list.
Okay.
One of the chairs off to the side, right? There's the twins, there was Rani, and there was Godwyn. So yeah, you see who shatters it. Straight up. And what they use.
Was shattered.
So the Eternal Queen slash Marika slash Radagon. Yes, correct. Just did it herself.
Marika's doing a lot of stuff.
Fuck this, I'm out. Yeah. Y'all take the bits and pieces, figure it out. Leave me alone.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
Lands between tree and
from the water.
Space above it.
Yeah.
Grace. Grace rhymes with space. Coincidence?
Oh no, don't start. Don't start.
Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives.
Yeah. What are they called again? Nox? Those not the Nox assassins. Those are the ones who we fight outside the graves. I forget. Anyways,
Black Knife Assassin?
Black Knife Assassin. So yeah, that was just Black Knife Assassins,
so,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
When the golden was first.
And wait, not just the Black Knife, not just the Black Knife Assassins, not just Godwin, the caterpillar, literally on his back.
Oh, the Mark of the Centipede. You mean, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
The
Holobrand.
The Holobrand
Yes.
is in clear sight right there too. It's not a small thing. It's humongous. There's a lot of information in that shot.
To perish.
The caterpillar.
Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shard.
Yeah. So yeah, if Marika's offspring, demigods all, and then in that sentence we're looking at Morgoth over here, fucking pouncing. Yeah, so which R is that?
I'm not sure.
We don't know what Radon looked like when he was normal, and we don't know what. Yeah, one of them is getting jumped, right?
Yeah, with the hair. Okay.
In fact, was that not? Yeah. Okay. Potentially human Radon there. Not human, but undestroyed Radon.
A young one.
If we're going by the sword next to him on the ground.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's like the big cleavers.
I don't know. Maybe it does, but it does look like it does have the same width of the blade to it, right? Yeah. If it was a red maiden knight, you would see the helmet have the thing sticking out, like the plumage, not like the full head of hair there. But anyways, that's what that seems to be.
Yeah.
But maybe it isn't.
I'm not sure about that one.
Maybe it isn't. We don't know. But Morgoth's going in. Oh shit, sorry.
What's a daisy?
Force a habit.
And in the night
Arwing the Golden.
of the Elden Ring,
Then Moog.
That's definitely Moog. That's definitely
A blonde
Moog trying to
hair.
get some. And yeah.
Very tiny arms.
Very well, no, like I was gonna say, like, no, like there's the long claw sticking out of the egg, but if that's the body it's coming from, that's super weird, right? Because the long claw sticking out of the egg is not at all this little kid.
Yeah.
You know? So if that's Miquella's true form,
Then why is
That-
Moog simping?
well, Moog's not okay. But the arm is weird and elongated and, you know? doesn't at all look like that. My question is very different from yours, because my question is like, well, because Moog's a fucking...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right?
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Michaela. And was there ever... I mean... At what point does Michaela just become cocooned?
Yeah.
After rejecting the fundamentalism for not being able to save millennia from the Scarlet Rot. Anyways, that happens at some point.
The mad taint of their
Newfound strength. Once they get the shards of the ring,
triggered
things happen.
the shattering.
Yeah. More about Rykard's volcano when we get there.
Which no lord arose.
And then all the shit we know.
A war
Yeah, no, not necessarily the same
leading
sword.
to abandonment by the
Fair enough.
greater will.
Just a great sword of some kind.
Oh, rise now.
And this
Ye
statue
tarnished. Ye dead.
is this.
Yet
I don't think we know this location yet, do we?
I don't feel like I remember it.
Yeah.
Lost grace speaks to us all.
So a America statue overlooking
Graves and the
graves and a sigil circular on the ground.
Horaloo.
And look, like
Chieftain of the Badlands.
big lion. I hope that's not Sarosh.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I'm going to say that is Sarosh,
Yeah.
because my question when we fought Godfrey was, where's Sarosh? Sarosh was not on Godfrey's back when we fought him. Why?
That is true.
Right? I was wondering that, like, we're fighting him clean, just his axe, nothing else
Yeah.
going on, right? This image of Godfrey is, like, preserved in a way that is like, it was like, again, it was just him and his axe. But in the paintings that we saw, we know Sarosh is on his back. That is exactly what Sarosh looked like in the paintings, and now Sarosh is over here in the Badlands. So, what's up with that,
And
right?
is that a decapitated Sarosh?
I mean, it's Sarosh's head mounted on a tree, it seems,
Yeah.
but we can't really get a better look at what's going on. More when we get to the Badlands, I suppose. But Horaloo, Nefeli, and her plot, I guess we're gonna, get the truth behind her lineage and such. But Chieftain of the Badlands getting fucked up, super dead. Sarosh right there, hung up on a tree, which, is not dissimilar to how the Albinoric village got done up by Sir Gideon.
Absolutely.
But Grace appears.
Chieftain of the Badlands.
Another Grace.
The Alduin Gold Mask.
on the floor.
Book.
Big dead.
Container?
Ever brilliant gold.
Container.
Ashes? Perfumes? Goblet?
Oh, on the right side.
Spilled, yeah. Spilled, and anyway, something spilled.
Purple drank.
Drank. Right, sure. And yeah, one of them Corin nerd books, or a cookbook. Either way, Gold Mask dead, right? Sigil on the ground by his hands, the Elden 3 circles,
Okay, yeah. I see it.
right? Brought back by Grace. Poison? Dead by poison? Could that be spilled poison?
Maybe he drank something and he died, yeah.
Right? Anyway. This we've seen.
The deathbed companion.
Fuck this guy.
Grace on his heart
Absolutely bringing him back.
with the Solaire heart on his chest.
Absolutely there, right? From the most beloved to the most hated. How dare you? But we put a sun on his chest. Fuck you. Yeah. Because he can kill you in a way that defies the Golden Order.
He can kill and curse you and you won't return to your
How
tree.
dare you? Eat shit. Literally. Fuck this guy. Flinging it at him.
And Sir Gideon Othniel.
The all-knowing. Dead and buried. Being resurrected by grace.
And I'm wondering what he's being buried in. And there are people outside
Yeah, there's
tending with a
or that could be a statue holding
spear or something.
Either that or a staff, you know.
Yeah.
But Gideon, dead and buried, coming back, you know. So every one of these origin shots of the Tarnished is like your life was over and then you got pulled back
Blessed by grace.
to the round table, which looks exactly like a real location, except it's not in that real location. It's somewhere else.
Yeah. Super weird. Yeah. Ain't that some shit?
Well, listen. I'm satisfied knowing what we know and figuring out what we can from how things go. So that twist is a wild one, and like the shattering doesn't just apply to the Elden Ring, it also applies to our theory crafting, but even that is still fun.
And Marika is responsible again for the shattering of our
Once
brains.
again we get shattered. Yeah. We're not claiming to be Gideon here. Anything can go. It's always to be taken with not a grain of salt, but with the limits of what we're given as we're given it, and I guess multiplied by the power of our memory and what's written down, right? So, there's a lot of operating assumptions that it's important to not, like, carve into stone until you're given the opportunity to do so. Which is why when I'm going to ask about stuff, I think I'm going to... Well, like, when I've been asking about stuff, it's been like, okay, there was an item description that said this, and then after that I went, oh, does that mean that?
Yeah.
And then when I'm thinking about it, and I bring up that, I want to make sure that it's like, hey, this is my theory, it was about that, but the item description specifically said this, you know? So we're going to need to double and triple check many a thing. Okay. Before we move on, any thoughts?
I want to move on.
All right.
I really want to move on.
No problem.
Especially after what happened last time.
No problem. Yeah, we're piecing together a lot of things based on a lot of things, but that's okay. And this one fucking statue over here, that son of
F
a bitch,
you!
right over there.
F you!
God damn it. Anyway, so look, in more direct things, point of interest.
The road route, which leads deeper into the unknown. Oh my god, it's very far.
Very far. Long way to the Giants. Map over here. And somewhere beyond that,
Juno Hoslow.
yes. Told in blood.
Writ in blood.
Then, it's not on the map, but sewers. Somewhere beneath this capital. Maybe not so far as to be, you know, in the depths, but we got sewers underneath here. And then we got to pay a visit to the Divine Tower.
Okay.
To turn in the rune.
It was
Margot's
west or east. I forget. East Altus.
Well, shit.
So we haven't found that one.
Haven't found it yet.
Oh boy.
Beast Coast. And then, well, at the very least, we should go see the Two Fingers and find out what we get from Morgott. And then there's whatever the fuck is happening up there, which we still haven't walked to. I kicked down the ladder inside there that we didn't walk down before, and it just is a ladder from the top level with the treasure chest down to the one where the Grace is, so nothing special. And like I said, I did some pretty decent scraping. I might have missed things, but I feel like I did a pretty decent job. And all I came across was the sewers.
Did you get on top of that giant spear on the left? For that gold item?
You know what? I didn't get on top of the spear.
You went to the bottom?
I got to the item and I jumped off. So, yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
In fact, the fastest way would be from the Queen's chamber.
Quite a few things to do. So many things to do.
It's a lot.
Too many things.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I guarantee you that, like, of all the things we just talked about, or I just rattled on about.
We're gonna forget it.
Yeah, I just rattled on for like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and I know I had more. I know I had more that I'm forgetting.
Oh, the teleporter that was activated?
Teleporter that was activated. Thank you. There you go. Exactly.
Okay, one thing at a time.
Exactly. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's easy to, you know, just fucking. There's a cave right outside the capital that I found right before.
Right. That was the side tomb.
Side tomb.
Oh my god.
It's a lot to remember. It really is, man.
Cool. Cool. Nice job. Gold.
Bolt of Grand Sax. That is a dragon's name.
All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Rude.
Quite. Can't block with that, my friend.
Right on time. A ladder. Did you come here?
Nope. Nope. Above the sewers. Big hand.
Oh my god. Sidetracked before even getting on track.
BAME gig.
Kick ladder.
Omen killer.
Looks like it.
Grace. And the remains of Fia's dad. No? Lower Capital Church? Yep, that's it.
Strong foe ahead. Well, you know, strong is relative.
Yeah, that's got to be the big hand in the sewers. So that just connects us to this grace. So the point of that grace is to give us easy access back up to that. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, fuck whatever the fuck I was saying about scraping things or whatever.
Thought you were done?
I didn't scrape shit. Shut the fuck up, Wooly.
You don't know anything. Oh yeah, let's check that bolt of Baltac or Grand Sax.
Sounds like a dragon name.
Ancient lightning spear. Spear whittled from the weapon wielded by Grand Sax, one of the legendary armaments. A great ancient dragon, Grand Sax once rained calamity upon the royal capital, the only time in historical record that Lanedel's walls have fallen. This marked the dawn of the war against the ancient dragons. Ancient lightning spear, imbue the armament with the ancient dragon's red lightning, then throw it as a spear, can be charged to increase its power.
And that is the name of the big boy.
The big stony dragon?
The big boy's name is Grand Sax.
Big Sax.
So Lanedale predates the war against the dragons.
Yeah?
Which means that it predates the Golden Order and the Erd Tree's rise to prominence before the after the dragons were in power.
So would Morgoth have been from that era as well?
From the pre-Erd Tree Lanedale?
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't know.
But Grand Sax attacked the capital the only time the walls have fallen, and the dragon swung first. Huh.
What happened?
Why did the dragon swing first? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was before the Dragon Communion, right?
Yeah, because they came back. The friendship was born from Godfrey fighting Fortisax to a standstill, and I don't know when and really. Again, timeline is hard to operate with, but all we can really do is say that okay, so the capital and its inhabitants were around during the reign of dragons.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there was only dragon life.
And then they fought the dragon, got friendly, and
And then
killed
something
Lendel.
else showed up, and then like exactly demigods and humans and Newman and whatever else came along and colonized or like set up the whatever that is. That's not necessarily the case. What we're seeing here is that there was a period of coexistence at some point, and then the dragons attacked. Boy, I'm excited to get that line in order. And I'm also, so I'm definitely going to stop thinking that, like, Age 1 was, like, all dragons, and then H2 like we showed up.
Yeah,
and
there's a big overlap, huh?
yeah. And then the friendship happens at some point, certainly. Just like looking at that intro, we're gonna go. Okay, the shattering occurs, the fragments occur, and then the demigods get newfound power. And then a lot happens after that period, but well, anyway, more on Marika at 11. Okay, so
Praise the dragon. Yeah.
what is this thing's moveset like?
Whoa.
Very cool looking. Oh, hell
Whoa.
yeah. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, I love it.
It looks cool.
It looks really cool.
So we got a tiny version.
Yeah. It looks great.
Dex 40.
Huh. Lightning Spear, big dex. All right. My name is not Ornstein, but that looks really cool. Okay. Let's go see what's for sale with this rune.
What can you get?
What is this round table hold we're in? What is
Yeah.
it? You know? Do we not have the right because there's fucking nothing out there? Are we walking in a memory? An elaborate spell?
Well, you managed to return. You know what this means. The Earth Tree has spurned you. The fingers remain still, shaken by this turn of events. They are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass.
What?
No matter for me, but you. How will you ever manage the wait? My, oh my.
I want to burn the impenetrable thorns, giving me access to the Earth Tree.
How many Tarnished have we spoken to that talk about no longer being able to see grace? Rogier?
Yeah. Is Nepheli? one of
Nepheli?
them? Okay. Did Dee see it?
I don't remember if we had a conversation with him about it, but I feel as if there's been multiple references to them not being able to see it anymore.
Yeah, they saw it and then they couldn't see it, right?
And we are kind of just like, oh, so you can still see it, you know? Is the feeling that everybody kind of gave us. So we're special for now. All right. Well, before we take that option, let's take a look at what the Omen King gives us.
Okay. Morgoth's Cursed Sword. Strength, Dex, and Arcane. Bloodloss Buildup 36. Warped Blade of Shifting Hue, used by Morgoth the Omen King. The accursed blood that Morgoth recanted and sealed away reformed into this blade. And the skill is Cursed Blood Slice. Brace, then charge forward to deliver a downward diagonal slice. The bloody trail of the blade is followed by a burst of flame. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack.
Does cursed blood turn you into an omen?
And the Regal Omen Bairn. Doll of a curse-born bairn from the Earthtree's royal line. Uses FP to unleash many wraiths that chase down foes. Omen babies born of royalty do not have their horns excised. but instead are kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone, imprisoned for eternity. These memorial fetishes are fashioned in secret.
Orman children are sealed away forever.
Curseborn.
Jesus. Huh. Okay. Yeah, okay, no. They really don't like these things. We hunt them down, we kill them, we grab their horns and make weapons out of them, certainly. Morgoth, despite being that, went and wanted to protect the Erd Tree, but everyone else fucking hates these things. So much so that literally, even their children are sealed away, like, immediately and indefinitely. Huh. This is a faith spell and arcane. Wait. No, it scales with faith and int B, but it requires arcane. Yeah, okay. No, I'm stupid. I'm selecting two different things. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm dumb. This is a reusable item, though, so that means we can actually just hold this and use it without having to equip it. I kind of want to buy it and see what it does. I'm not an arcane build. I think this makes the most sense. Yeah, let's grab this item, since I'm not going to use that sword.
Yeah, it's going to be like your Wraith Calling Bell.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just take a screenshot of this, since we're going to lose it. Accursed blood that Morgoth recanted. Is he a self-hating omen? The fact that he's acting differently from what would be expected in the description wouldn't make that unlikely.
A self-hating omen.
Right? If we look at, just before I grab it, if we look at this, right? He's born graceless. Omens are born graceless.
Mm-hmm.
And
they don't expect him to love the Erd Tree, but he does.
But he does anyway. And as a result of doing that, no one loved him, and he was never loved. But he loved the Erd Tree. So, that sounds like his enemies aren't going to love him, and his people aren't going to love him, because he's doing something he's probably not supposed to do. And if he's self-hating if he hates the fact that he's an omen, all the more so. But he still became king. I want to burn the impenetrable thorns.
Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Erd Tree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too? The Rune of Death goes by two names. The other is Destined Death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will. But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job.
Enya?
Take the course you deem most worthy.
Don't do it. Do it.
Enya's not even saying don't do it. She's saying, I'm gonna just turn this way and do the dishes over here. And you do whatever you're gonna do.
Do what you must.
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Erd tree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame. For the flame to burn the Erd tree, a sacrifice is needed of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the rune of death.
God, that is just peak cryptic sentence. Peak fucking FromSoft cryptic. What is needed is one who can envision it.
Good luck.
I mean, just if you want to say someone who can cast it, then say that, but he needs to find someone who can think about it. How to burn thorns.
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great special kindling for the flame to burn the earth and can lead you.
Okay.
Right.
That's a conversation for review. I just want to quickly reread her switch into being like, yeah, you know what, go for it.
The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will.
But here we are. The fingers are dormant.
Severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life can ruins. Impossible events transpire.
We want a lord, and we're not going to get one unless something happens.
Who is to say
Okay.
cardinals?
Okay. So she was channeling the voice of the fingers earlier. And now she's basically like, well,
They're asleep.
they're dormant. We need a lord. Do what you gotta do. Okay. Okay.
Now go forth.
Now go
Let the
forth.
words of the fingers guide you.
But you just said...
Don't mind me. Do what you must. Don't do the bad thing, though.
Okay.
If I'm looking at you.
Okay, so update the whiteboard. Garank, Destined Death. Put a second question mark next to that. Potentially write down a line separating and saying Rune of Death, actually. So...
Two names again.
two names again. Yeah.
Rune of Death.
Destined Death Destined Death equals Rune of Death. So yeah, we're gonna stay fast and loose, and not overcommitted to the theory of Garank.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit?
Okay. Oh. Nothing left to upgrade, huh?
Roderica never saw the guidance of grace either.
Roderica as well. Yep. We're the only ones. We're
lucky.
basically almost the only ones that we know of, unless specified. Yeah. Did Latenna talk about it?
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your arms.
Well, in any case. Yeah. We got enough for plus 18 on the staff. A little more magic. And we need 7s, and this needs 6s as well. Okay.
6, 6. We're missing 3 7s.
I can go level 1.
Or you can go,
19. I think I'm gonna wait. I would rather get my Cestus up. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm gonna just do it. Let's take all the benefits that we can take right now. Okay. Okay. Now I know that there's a threshold where once you are a certain level, the staff I'm using stops being the best one pound for pound.
Okay.
But it also comes with, I think, downsides of extra FP usage, which I don't want. So if getting a better staff means draining the bar faster, I'm still hesitant to take on that trade-off. I'll do it off screen.
Okay.
Which was it? Carrion Regal, Staff of Loss. No, it was Full Moon Sorcery. Carrion Regal Scepter. Yeah, there's this one. Right, okay. Yeah, Lusat will give us the highest numbers overall. This is going to be comparable as we go. Any downside on it? No, this one didn't have a downside. It just enhances Full Moon. Okay, so depending on my upgrade materials, this might be worth pushing.
Back already, no matter.
Lay out your arms then.
Yeah. This might be worth pushing compared to the numbers we have. Okay. Somber 7. We're not using Somber on our current stuff, right? Yeah, I'm not up really touching that shield. Okay, so if we're doing Somber, then that's fine. We can...
If you buff the shield, does it buff the regen?
I don't think it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
I don't know, but I know of what we see. After a number, the guard boost will go up.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we'll see. If it does so invisibly. So, yeah, Somber 7. 8. 9.
Oh, Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone.
330. Okay, what was I saying? Ooh. 330. Yeah, okay, what the fuck are we doing here, man? That's it. Plus 10. There are no other... Let me just take a look. There are no other Somber using things in my mainstays. So, we might as well. Bam, there it is. Maxed out.
Boom.
Okay. Okay, yeah, those numbers, though.
That's big number.
Alright, fuck figuring it out off screen. We do it live. Fuck it. 330 is...
That's a big number.
Listen, I might not be able to add up Cyan's damage versus seeing 6,000 off of Sabin, but I can tell the difference between 330 and 289. I'll tell you what. Okay.
This guy.
Good shit. New staff it is. And we can still roll.
Looks cute.
Okay. So, yeah, look at all these ghosts doing your thing. Gideon might have some words, actually, considering what we've done. Nefeli too, actually. Let's check it on her first, come to think of it.
Did we open all the doors in the other hold? Do you think we missed some? Or?
So the other hold,
Some rooms were different because there were like different accesses.
Yes, the other hold I went back through the bottom, but as shown, it always down for more of a scrape. What doors are you thinking of?
I don't know. I'm just wondering if we opened every door, type of thing.
Okay. Shit, what was I about to say? Ah, God, it never ends. God damn it.
What were you gonna say?
I was literally coming back to say something.
And then I said
Yeah.
something. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Okay, went to the bathroom. Had to change.
Yes, sorry. Okay, I was gonna say that, well, here, blah. If, Jesus Christ, fuck my brain. Sorry. If Morgoth is acting against the way he would be expected to for an omen,
Okay.
is Moog acting the way one would expect? Because Moog is an omen too. Because we confirmed that he had the horns. And was the same size as well. And we were operating with that possibility that, like, as the second horned being that we saw, Moog was also an omen.
And he's all about the Mogwin dynasty.
Trying to set that up.
Uh-huh.
Trying to use Mikella. / have Mikella.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Morgoth is doing what omens don't, does that mean Moog is doing what omens do? You know?
It's possible.
Yeah. And if so, right, how much of his
link with the seedbed curse or whatever?
You know, it said what did it say about their creation when the Dung Eater gets involved? Prevents dead souls returning to the Erd Tree. A tinderpox
Afflicted with omen horns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a link. It's horny.
Yeah. Prevents dead souls from returning to the Erd Tree, leaving them forever cursed. Cursed, omen, unable to see grace, graceless. Morgoth. Dung Eater prevents dead souls from returning to the Erd Tree. Is the act of being defiled by the Dung Eater and being cursed, is the act of being cursed ripping you out of grace? And is someone who's ripped out of grace an omen?
That's possible.
And
not all of them, though, right?
I don't know.
Because, like, if you think of, like... Oh, wait.
But those who are cursed...
Those who never saw it and those who lost...
Well, okay, you can once have... If you're tarnished, you can have the guidance of grace and you can lose it, right? But it seems like, based on what we're reading, Dung Eater can curse you with a tinderpox afflicted with omen horns, and that prevents a dead soul from returning to the Erd Tree, right? Leaving them forever cursed. But you can also be born cursed. Mm-hmm. And if you're born cursed, you'll never have grace, like Morgoth. Despite and even though he probably wanted it badly, because he loves the Erd Tree, he can't become Elden Lord, and he can't. He just can't. He can't get what he wants because he's literally born afflicted. And then usually they're sealed beneath whatever the I gotta try the item out too. Kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone, imprisoned for eternity. Graceless babies.
Doll of a curse-born bairn from the Erd Tree's royal line. Okay.
Babies born of royalty specifically.
Me if that's crazy. But remember when we found the seedbed curse in that room in Lanedale with all the chairs around?
Yep.
And there was a chair in the middle.
Seated
and
royal.
There was crotch blood and blood all over the floor. Could it have been the site of a birth? Okay.
Royal child born cursed without the ability to be guided by grace. Doesn't seem impossible. Certainly based on the location of that.
Yeah.
And then they just pass them off, stick them underground, keep them locked the fuck up. And
why?
Well, that I'm gonna think maybe the body, maybe the location of the Dung Eater's body will give us some answers on that. If his body is kept underground, and this is also something that's underground, maybe that those sewers we just found lead to the place where these babies are sent, right? But for whatever reason, Moog is not. Moog is on his own thing, and he's trying to create a dynasty using an Empyrean. And that's all we know for now, right? So anyway, so I'm just basically going like, oh yeah, don't forget, Moog is also possibly an omen, and if Morgott was acting against what omens usually are expected to do, then Moog might be acting in those expected interests, which is why omen killers are about, because any babies that are not kept imprisoned forever that grow up to be omens need to be fucking killed.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing we know, besides like Horn's body growing up lumpy, seeing the growth, right? The weird bone growths coming out of Morgott. In Moog's case, he grew angelic wings and like in his true form and flew around. So that is a trait of either Moog specific blood flame type things, or that it could be an omen trait. We don't know, because Moog represents the possibility of being an omen, which is again all hypothetical, or it could be just his specific blood magic, blood flame, etc. You know, cursed. But yeah, that could totally have been the site of a birth.
Hey, Neff.
In this ash, I can smell the...
Alright, bye. Good to see you.
You know what? Let's make it to Sarash and the other Lu.
Let's see.
Whose first name I forget.
Hoada.
Let's make it to Hoada.
You. What is it?
Where should I go?
Literally, where should I go?
That's you.
If you're heading to the Forge of the Flame of Ruin, in the snowy mountaintops of the Giants, you'll need to find the Grand Lift of Road, beyond the Forbidden Region. Or go if you would. Take no heed of cardinal sin. The Two Fingers lost their purpose a long time ago.
What's up with everyone being like, yeah, fuck the Two Fingers, though? Huh. Okay. I guess they don't give that much of a shit as what we thought. We were really under the impression that this was like a round table guided by them, but over time we are growing suspicious of them. But like, the feeling of our suspicions growing was kind of like, you'd think that you're surrounded by people who are like, how dare you question it? But instead, when you question it, they're like, yeah, fuck them. They're totally sus. Look at them. They don't talk. Like, burn it. Do your thing. Who cares? You know? You feel like Melina is asking you to do some sort of like behind the back like conspiratorial bits, and then the actual people at the round hold are like,
whatever.
"Bro, I got lighters if you need some. Like, we got some butane. Fuck it."
Fire's not good enough. I know where to go, buddy.
they don't care.
Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave so
Still?
she knows the look. There are 4 more. Nicola, his twin, Luna Princess, and the one Rani is said to have saw here at the hold. If you should learn any, I'll trade you for. We both desire as such.
Yeah, he wants to be Elden Lord too, so I guess he probably can't get through the door either. And you know, could be one of those cases of the video game or anime finale where it's like, "Hey, protagonist, thank you for opening the gate to the throne. Now let's race for it." Yeah, let's give this thing a test. And East Altus for Mohg's Great Rune. So now we can drop this one off then and find out what's going on. So there you go. Okay, we still can do that. West for the other. We don't have any bell bearings, I don't think. No.
Nope. Nothing new to say?
Will your body give us answers?
Go and unshackle my corporeal
Still the
flesh,
same thing.
trapped in the sewer jail below the capital. I can kill you, and then the pox will truly be your own.
And if we get that pox, will we be cursed for eternity? Will we become part omen?
Ugh, I hope not.
Graceless? Bro, could you imagine trying to cross this continent without grace? It would suck. It would really suck. Main reason to stay in grace, number 1,
Fast travel.
transportation. 2, everything else with the plot and the lords and the what. Let's go over to the other side of this area, since Dootin' for the tree. Yeah, we actually didn't we didn't walk over there. We beat the boss, but we didn't actually walk over there. And before I lose my fucking train of thought, right, so this thing has its own spinning weapon.
And it's supposed to be good?
Supposedly, which I'll need to... Oh, that looks different. Oh yeah, that looks different, for sure. Not cheap either.
Chill page.
Pages are tough. That did half damage.
Still.
That's a pretty legit attack. Okay. So yeah, this staff has a real one. Cool. Let's just take that that sit back and move on. It's not killing, but like for comparison, the other one did no damage at all. And the other thing to test, because it never stops.
Yeah, so many things.
It never fucking stops, is this.
What does this do?
Omen babies.
Let's find some targets. Oh!
Whoa! Oh my god. That's really good!
Not bad at all.
Okay. Does the explosion hurt? Yes, it does.
A bit more than a third of your FP. But a lot of rage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's really good.
Okay.
Now, before I replace the bell completely, what is the range? Because the bell is about range and affordability.
Yeah. Finishing your flask.
A nice full-on poke from as far as possible with the last drip. So let's say we did this. It's gonna hit the stairs, isn't it? It is. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. It works from over there.
Wow.
Okay. Promising. Promising. We're gonna need some proper distance here. Okay, here. I think they might have the same distance, dude. In which case, fuck yes.
Yeah. Worth it.
Okay, here we go. This is really far away.
Will it reach? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, some of them disappeared, right?
Some of them did disappear.
Now it's coming a bit closer.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah. So we're trading off. Look at you go, though.
Right on you.
Okay, so we trade off a little bit of affordability. Versus the burst. We no longer get to scrape the bottom, the last little bit of our FP, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. It also kind of eliminates the need for. No, I already took off the spell version of that kind of. I forgot what it's called, but the burst is a Lusat spell, right?
Oh, sit down. Melina.
Oh, shit. Hey.
Think not of the kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountain tops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin.
Don't worry about it.
Everyone's okay with it.
To reach the path beyond.
Everyone
And
is
that
wildly okay with
the
it.
path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Not a big deal, lady. Okay. Yeah. I guess... No, we're good. We're good. So... It's a better poke from a distance, which is usually how I use it. But the range versus the affordability, let's just, we'll see. We'll see. If I find situations where I find that I want my bell back,
Okay.
then we'll go back to the bell. But this, for the FP cost, Let's try this out.
50.
It ain't cheap. I do acknowledge that. But I guess it's more of a question of just like how often do I feel. Also, the cooking time is longer. You know.
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
Instead of just.
When I don't have a sip left, and I kind of need to make maximum usage of everything I have. Yeah. Okay. So up the tree and across.
All right.
Where was that walking patrolman? All the way up there. You guys still care, right? You're just guarding the tree?
Look okay.
Good.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so is this the best way? Or should we try to use the branch?
Oh, that hurt you.
It was a further drop to the bottom of Stormvale.
Felt like you accelerated off the wall too.
I did. Look at that outfit. Fat with the witch hat.
Yeah.
Someone's having fun.
Jolly fellow.
Yeah. So Pebble is just gonna be my bell for now. Then it's
Yeah, it's doing the job.
a little bit more, but let's get this item.
Oh, we were on the other side, right?
Yep. Smithing 6.
Sure.
Again, like until that Gorsax spear. Gorsax was it?
Grand sack?
Grand Sax. Everything else was just smithing stone and
Do not gore the sacks.
wasn't Morb Sax. Everything else was just smithing stone and stone key. Nope. Will you let me connect? Seems like you will. If I go through all of you.
Nice dodge. Impressive.
Chillin'.
Oh.
I'm gonna do some box deposits in a minute.
Bopped. And back on the path. Did not like it. Brutal.
That was explosive.
Yeah. Big squirts. Oh, double hammer with a chain? Rock sling. Cream.
What was that buff on me? I was glowing for a second there.
Precious item ahead.
Not this one.
The Ritual Shield Talisman. Raises defense when HP is at maximum.
Ah, another one of these. Okay.
Not minimum, maximum. That's cool. A talisman patterned after shields used in ritual combat held to honor the Earth Tree. The practice had died out by the age of King Consort Radagon, but remains of the arenas where ritual combat took place can still be found in every land. What's up?
The practice of ritual combat held to honor the Earth Tree. Okay, for a second it was like, what the subject of your sentence is what?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's above the yeah. Okay. The practice of ritual combat had died out by the age of King Consort Radagon, but remains in the arenas where ritual combat took place. Of the arenas where it took place can still be found in every land, and hopefully in the DLC. Okay. HP at maximum raises defense by a number. 16 to 33. That is double.
Yeah, even more.
Holy shit.
So the first hit only will be affected by that, right?
Yes.
Cool.
At which point then heal up, or yeah, all of those ones that are like top off for benefits, like I'd be down for multiple benefits to that, but then it'd have to be like you're committing a build to, you know, regenning and then having big damage, big heals, lots going on. Hold on a second. Before I even do that, I didn't even try this door. Nope. Okay.
You don't have the right. Oh!
Double defense is good, but it is for one hit. I think even the perfumes are a reduction and not a complete tank. Or there might be one that later on does, but I think the perfume I have at least.
Be wary of liar. No secret of hair.
Oh, is this another one of the buildings that's empty? Oh, okay. Yeah, this could be another one just like at the top of Liurnia, in which case then I was gassing myself up for some content that is not in fact going to happen. Keep T-posing, dude.
Whatever is the matter, please, I implore you, continue. Continue your reflections, your rhythms.
Gold mask.
I must be the one to record them. What matters this issue of Radigan, really? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
What's the problem, fanboy? Aren't you disturbing him enough? Gold mask, the realest of the real. The only thing we know about him is he spits bars when no one's looking.
Oh, was that you? Sorry, I hardly noticed. I'm a little shaken since the Master ceased his movements.
Discus of light.
11,000. One of the incantations of Golden Order Fundamentalists produces a ring of light and fires it forward. The ring of light returns to a position close to the caster before disappearing. Can be cast repeatedly. A gift from the young Michaela
To his father, Radagon. Okay. Interesting.
So
Michaela
from Michaela
developed this.
to Marika?
Yeah. Yeah. And we saw the enemies that would toss discs out like that style. So the sonic booms of light, invented by Michaela. Huh? Interesting. Also, when we found that spell book, we just needed to come here, where where they moved, but we didn't know where they moved, so we went back to the turtle.
Turtle works.
Turtle works. I thought they were going to move, like, way far beyond. What's going on with Gold Mask? And what are you complaining about? Why you annoying Gold Mask?
Yeah.
The Master's reflections had heightened as we neared the Erd Tree. While still a precise calculus, the rhythms grew increasingly wild until he simply ceased. Now the Master is facing quite the puzzle. The Golden Order is founded on the principle that Marika is the one true god. However, the name of Marika's second husband, King Consort Radagon, also appeared. Who exactly was Radagon? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radagon's name was discovered. Curse my mediocre mind. The Master only has me. And here I fail him.
And that is why I am not gonna complain about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because intelligence does get something. It's roundabout.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get there. But you need to be smart enough and not faithful enough, but smart enough to access that secret. In fact, if you're not on an int build, you don't get that drop.
And that's a big one.
And that's a big one. You might get it later, right? I don't know if you get it before the credits roll, but as of right now, we're privileged to that piece of information, and that's significant.
That's pretty big.
So I apologize. Okay. We got there.
Yeah.
We got there. But it took a while. Yeah. It took a while. And you don't get to feel special about what you're picking up, you know? But you're off to the side, right? You're solving it with a different skill. That's very cool. That's a nice payoff. I hope things like that are also to continue coming. My English fell apart on that. I hope we get more things like that, is what I want to say. Now, Gold Mask. Am I about to blow your mind right now? Which item was it that talked about Gold Mask's fucking sick takes?
Who exactly was Radagon? The Master is stumped. His finger has remained still. But the Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
Order healing.
Okay. Just before we walk up to them. Order healing. Noble Gold Mask lamented what had become of the hunters. How easy it is for learning and learnedness to be reduced to the raving of fanatics. All the good and great wanted in their foolishness was an absolute evil to contend with. Okay. Does such a notion exist in the fundamentals of order? And that's the gesture.
Big flex.
That's the gesture.
Oh.
Faith int. Tilt.
Mhm.
In fact, while we're looking at that, where do the laws of regression go? Right here. Okay. Okay.
And it's a similar stance.
It's the stance.
Mhm.
That's it. The difference is behind this one, you can see the triangle that's part of the sigil. Interesting. And you need to be smart enough. Cool. Okay. So, hey, Gold Mask, bro, you're not gonna believe it.
He just jumps off.
You're not gonna believe it.
He turns at you like, what? Oh boy. Are you gonna tell him? Oh, you're gonna break this man.
I mean, I would like it if he just turned around and kicked Corin. Just kick him
Off the top rope.
for being worthless. I found out some crazy shit. Golden Order totality.